In today's video, I am going to give you the perfect morning routine. Well, I don't actually know that I can give you the perfect morning routine because everyone is different, but this is a topic that many people in the entrepreneur space have a perverse obsession with, and I just want to share both my own routines and my own take on it. Now, there is, of late, I think appropriately, a contrarian point of view that says, F your morning routine, just get up and just get to work, get the job done. And there, I think, is a little bit of pushback against people that have these very long and elaborate morning routines. Now, I would share there are a few books that you can look into if you're interested in learning a little bit more about morning routines. There is Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. You also have Robin Sharma's 5 a.m. Club, and a book I find very interesting called Daily Rituals. What I find semi-amusing about it is there's nothing even remotely consistent about it. And particularly amusing is that for a lot of these individuals, the routine consisted of taking drugs, which who am I to judge? I go to Burning Man. So as far as my personal morning routine, I will unpack for you. This is the way that I approach stuff. So for many years, I have been an ardent student of a form of meditation called Transcendental Meditation that in theory should be done twice a day for 20 minutes, though in full disclosure, I often only hit the first one. So usually when I wake up, I will do my 20 minutes of meditation. Then I will go downstairs, I will brew my coffee, I will get my morning greens formula at current, drop in a little bit of creatine into it, and then I will drink my greens and I'll drink my coffee while I read. Then I go into my office, because I've actually have a separate room for this now, and in my actual office, then I will do a little bit of visualization, some affirmations, and I'll write my gratitude journal. And this only takes a couple minutes, but I like to start the day by really taking advantage of that calm mindset, because at this point, understand, I haven't looked at emails, I haven't really done any work stuff, and I really just want to make a list of wins. I want to make a list of all the things I'm grateful for in life. And this is a lot of different things. This is things that I'm proud of that I've accomplished, ways that I see I'm growing that I want to acknowledge. I find this is a great way for me to really win the morning. Now, after this, I then move into checking the metrics for my business. So I will look in on my dashboards, bank accounts, etc., see what's going on with the business. And then I will go into some sort of high value work project. Now, in my world, this is things like writing emails, recording YouTube videos for you, dear watcher. I really reserve this first 1 to 2 hours for the most important projects that are going to have the biggest ask of my creative output, that are going to have the biggest outsized impact on moving me towards my professional goals. Now, after that's done, I will usually take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to clean out my email inbox, get to inbox 0, and then I will go and work out. I'm not suggesting, dear watcher, that this is something that you should do, because of course everyone is different. Everyone has different personality preferences. You have different goals, you have different life circumstances. That might not be, it likely is not the correct path for you to take, but I will find for me it has worked very well. And I think the principle here that morning routine people stand by, and I adhere to as well, is there's something valuable about getting some wins on the day. There's something valuable about doing something that's really putting in the right psychological and physiological inputs to set you up for success, and then getting some really important high value stuff done first, because if you run a training gym or if you run any business, your day is going to be spent being somewhat reactive to your clients and your team, and that's to be expected. So I think getting that stuff done first is going to be a very valuable thing. Now, the final thing I'll share about all of this is I got a baby coming. And when this individual comes and lives with us, my assumption is my chaos agent is going to prevent me from adhering to this routine. And frankly, I welcome that. I feel good about it. It's going to be a season of life. It's going to distract me a little bit. And I'm so thrilled at this point in my life to pay that price, because I'm really excited about the chance to have a little human and to be a father. And it's something I'm very, very much looking forward to, because I think another thing you hear when people are discussing morning routines are the parents are often like, oh yeah, you think that's good? Well, you try doing that when you have kids. And I think that's fair, but the reality is if somebody doesn't have kids, I don't think that means that you should purposefully be less dialed in about your routines because someone else has children. And ultimately, my assumption is my chaos agent, God willing, is going to age out of morning disruption period at some point. Though, as a realist, I realize it's likely many, many years. What are your takeaways here? I think your takeaways are, if you don't have some kind of system, some routine that you do in the morning, I think it's at least worth exploring. Number one. I think number two, you want to be realistic about actually how much time you have, because this, I think, can become indulgent and get too long and become a distraction from actually getting work done that moves your business forward. You'll notice if you were to time my morning routine, it's on the longer side. It's probably 60 to 90 minutes, but then I'm segueing into an hour to 2 hours of high level deep work. So I think if you're finding that you're reading for 2 hours in the morning and you are, drinking your eucalyptus scented water and you are doing 45 minutes of mantras and all that stuff. Again, listen, you have to decide which particular self-care tools work for you. And I'm a believer that there are many locks, there are many keys. But ultimately, at some point, you do have to get into the work, right? So we do want to get into the work. All right, my friends, I am Mark Fisher. Thank you for watching this video. I'd love for you to subscribe, share, and like if you're interested in creating more take-home income, making more impact in your community, and having more happiness with your training gym. I'll see you soon for more actionable tips, psychological frameworks, and philosophy.